Today's video is brought to you by Solderstick. They have solutions for connecting wires to other wires, terminals, or anything else you can think of. There will be a short video explaining more about them at the end. Now enjoy our regular video. Hey, what's happening, guys? You are taking a look through a thermal imaging camera here at the 3D printer. I know you guys don't care about 3D printers, but ignore that. It's just something that has good heat differential. Pretty cool, huh? Let me show you some other things, since we're in the kitchen. There's my refrigerator. Look at that. That thing is leaking heat like crazy. Stove, gas stove, electronic ignition, very shiny. So, you know, no heat there. LCD clock, a little bit of heat there. Same with the microwave. This is what I'm using. This is from Kaiweets, and it is super, super cool. So here it is. This is the KTI-W01 from Kaiweets, and it is really cool. Built in the same shape and size as the old FLIR infrared thermal imagers. Big difference here is the price. This I would consider affordable. I think this is going for around $300 as opposed to the other ones. Sure, the other ones probably have more features. Anyway, here is QR codes you can scan for the manual. And it looks thick, but it's only 28 pages long. So I thought we'd talk real quick here. The infrared detector type is vanadium oxide uncooled infrared focal plane. I am not a specialist in this area, so I can't tell you whether that's good or bad. That simply is what it is. The infrared resolution is 256 by 192, and the response band is 8 to 14 micrometers. Pixel size of 12 micrometers, and focal length of 3.2 millimeters. You know what? I'll just hold this up for you. There's no reason for us to go over all that stuff. You may be wondering why you haven't seen my right hand. No, it's still there, don't worry. I've been holding it right here like this to heat up the desk surface, and you should be able to see a very nice handprint. Yeah, nice party tricks. But what can you really do with it? Well, it's incredibly useful in diagnosing electronics that you're having a problem with, because the more current flows, the more heat flows. So if you have a short circuit, well, it's going to get hot. So here's just a Arduino Nano just running, not doing anything. Bring this up here. If you look at it, you can see that chip there is the hottest part, and it is apparently 81.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The rest, everything else is running relatively cool. I tell you what, I'm going to get out some resistors, and I'll set up a little demonstration, okay? Okay. So I set us up here with 4 resistors, 1 meg, 100K, 10K, 1K. I just powered them up, and you can see there's really no heat there yet. They are powered up at, hang on a second, 5 volts. We may have to up that power a little bit to start getting some heat here. Although that 1K resistor is starting to show some heat. Look at that, it's climbing up to 87 degrees. All the other ones are good. This one's taking most of the current. So I will unhook him. And now we should start seeing the one directly to the right of it start picking up. Yep, I can start seeing it. 81.1 right about in there. There's our first one. Coming back to life a little bit, but not too much. All right, I powered it up to 12 volts. Let's see how it's looking now. Oh yeah, we got two resistors starting to show hot. Our lowest one is at 115, 16 climbing. And this one over here, it's about 85. Let's turn up the voltage a little bit more. .24 volts. Let's see what we get from 24 volts. Oh yeah, look at that one. That one's getting crispy. 180. This one over here is 96.5. So I'm sure you can see from this demonstration how useful this infrared thermal camera can be in diagnosing electronics. So if we take a look at it here, on the left side we have a USB port for charging the internal battery that's located here in the handle, and also for communication with the computer. There we go. We have our infrared lens in there and a visual light lens here. Now, as we were looking at this up here so you can see. There we go. I can use these side-to-side arrows here to bring in more and more of the visual spectrum to the point where there's almost no there's no infrared in there at all. And if I go, it flips over the other way. See, now we are at 100% infrared with no visual or visible. And there, now we can see both, and you can even see the parallax in between them. Look at that. See that? Parallax. If I take this and turn it up, well, they should be a little better, but not too much because the cameras are obviously offset. So one of the nice features here, if we go into the menu, we have image correction, photos, videos, color palette, emissivity, settings. We want to go into settings, I believe. And brightness. There we go, temperature range. Oops, wrong button, Paul. Try this again. Settings, temperature range. Okay, there's our low range, -4 to 248 Fahrenheit, and our high range of 248 to 122. So if I get out of here, here's a little cigarette lighter, or any type of lighter, I guess. If we look at the flames, it should. Yeah, see right in the center where the flame is purple, you see where it's saying over in the red? That's too high for it to read. So if we go menu, go down to settings, hit enter, temperature range, enter, high range, enter. Well, let's see now. Yeah, see, my hand is now too low for it. We bring in the lighter again here. Now it's reading the temp at 369 degrees there in that part of the flame. So, very, very cool and simple to use. Lots of nice features here in the menu. Image correction, photos. You can store the photos you take and the video you take. You can change color palettes. Spectrum, iron, cool, I'm on spectrum. You can change the emissivity, how much IR things give off, matte, semi-gloss, glossy, however you need it to be for the type of material you're using. Has auto shutdown, brightness, you know, everything you need. You can switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius. Yeah. It just amazes me that, you know, technology has come so far that, you know, a year or two ago, well, maybe more than a year or two, maybe about 5 years ago, this handheld device would have cost well into the thousands of dollars, and now it's affordable. I mean, it's on the high end, but it's affordable, and that's just so cool. Okay, so if we take a look at everything that comes in the package, well, you get the KTI-W01, obviously. I don't know if I showed you, it has a nice little lens cover there, wrist strap, battery under here, nice handheld unit. Manual looks thicker than it is, 28 pages for each language, and it comes in a really nice box here. I mean, this box is almost too big to fit on the table. Magnetic closure, inside very nice. That's where our manual lives. Comes with a nice hard form-fitting carry case to keep your quality, expensive tool from getting banged around too much. And over here we get a USB charger and a USB cable. Like I said, just really nice packaging. And you know what? If I'm going to spend $300 on a tool, it better come in nice packaging. I don't want it in a gray plastic bag. So guys, there it is. The Kaiweets KTI-W01 thermal imaging camera. It's available. I'll put links down to it. Like I said, it's around $300. Great tool for troubleshooting electronic circuits. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to all the patrons, and a big thanks to Kaiweets for sending this out. Now, take a few seconds to watch this video from another fine company, Solderstick. We've all been there, right? We've all spliced a set of wires together and either used some electrical tape or a wire nut or something to connect them together. There's always a better way. If you need them permanently connected, I suggest the Solderstick solder connectors where you heat them up with a heat gun and they melt together. But if you need something a little less permanent, spade connectors. We have a male and a female connector which fit together like so. You crimp those onto the ends of your wires and you look like you know what you're doing. And have you ever come across something like this where the wires have been stripped, focus, and just crushed underneath a screw to hold them in place? Well, time and temperature will cause those wires to move and flex and eventually come loose, which can definitely lead to a hazard. In that case, something like the Solderstick ring connectors are just what the doctor ordered. Crimp these guys on your wire. They have them for all different size wires. Heat them up. This heat shrink will shrink down, giving you a nice insulated connection to your wire that you can then put underneath that screw and have a nice professional looking solution. Solderstick. You can see their website right there, www.solderstick.com. Check them out. See if they have a project or a product that works for you.